Surprise! It's another work truck. This is what actually pays the bills around here. And I've done a ton of these over the years. Ford, Chevy. I've done flat decks and cube vans and dump trucks, tow trucks. I got a system where I can do them, let's say, budget friendly. They look pretty good when they're done, and they seem to hold up pretty good. I'll show you what I mean. So here's a good example. I sprayed this corner 10 years ago. That's how my paint held up. That's how the other guy's paint held up. Keep in mind, this paint job is about a year or two older than mine. Yeah. You gotta know what corners you can cut and what corners you can't. So here's the old box. As you can see, it's been lightened for racing. Good drainage in this one. All I'm doing with this is strip the wiring out of it. These braces got to come out, and then I pull these fenders off, put them on that other box. All I'm going to do with these, not even going to mess with them. I'm going to take the air chisel, cut the box side all the way around, and I can use that piece as the template for drilling the holes. That's the easy part. As you can see, kinda, this paint is shinier than the paint that's on top of it. Yeah, that's one of the corners you can't cut. That means I gotta strip all this paint off. And it's not just the fenders, it's the whole truck. Yay. So I put the old tailgate on just to see how bad this actually is, and oh yeah, this box has been beat. The tailgate's on, but like just barely. You know, you sneeze, it'll fall off. But yeah, gives you an idea. He's putting a power tailgate on this thing, so nothing's really critical back here. All I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna rough it in, get it close, you know, as good as I can get it in 10 minutes or less type of thing. So that's the plan. So I'll show you why the tailgate didn't fit. That's split all the way up to the top. And it's bent. You have a look in here. Yep, starting to do the same thing over here too. Yeah, this poor old box has been beat to death. But all I'm going to do is just throw the come along on it, start welding. Good enough. So tailgate fits now. Not bad. This side's, ish. Good enough. This is just get it close in case he decides he wants to put a cover on the box or something. Like I said, it's got a power tailgate, so this really doesn't matter. But still, you have no idea how much this is bugging the hell out of me. Anyway, gotta walk away. Now I can walk away. So I was cleaning the box out. See how bad the floor is. It's not bad. One thing I did notice. Bauxide's been changed. Not attached to anything. That's the only spot from the front all the way to there where it's attached. I know it was welded there because it's split all the way around and I had to re-weld it. It's attached there a little bit somehow. And the wheel well, what did they do here? Nothing is what they did here. At the front, yeah, from about here down, it's somewhat attached. It's flapping in the breeze. I cleaned up in behind here somewhat because lots of room to get in there. And what it looks like they tried gluing it on. Didn't try very hard because there's the bead of glue they put on the box side. They never clamped it. Stuck there a little bit, but yeah, that's just like when they smeared it on. So yeah, you see this crap all the time. There's nothing new here. So the welding is done. Got all the cracks welded up that I could find, and yeah, there was a bunch of them. Bottoms of the wheel wells were that was all torn and split, falling apart. That's all welded up. Even though you're never going to see it behind the big dually fenders, but whatever, it's done. I got this back piece. Good enough. Same thing, never going to see it. Yeah, this is all welded back up. A little patch in there, a little rust hole. Now this bauxite. Yeah, they went with the cheapest Chinese piece of junk they could find. But, whatever, at least it's attached now. All the way around. It's all welded in the wheel well. Welded that big tear along there. Yeah. Welded up here now. Everything's all attached. So yeah, it's actually a decent old box now. So I guess the next step is chop up that other one and start drilling a bunch of holes for dually fenders. So yeah, stay tuned. I got the old box all shredded. Got our parts, got our fenders. Now I could show you in here. Yeah. See how shiny that paint is? Yeah. Never seen a piece of sandpaper in its life. I gotta do that to the entire truck. And oh, check this out. See how shiny that is? Nice shiny white paint. Here's the chunk of fillet that was laying over top of it. I see this crap all the time. It's just, well, I'll give you an example. Here's one truck, the paint job's barely attached. Here's another truck, the box side's barely attached. Just because you call yourself a professional doesn't mean you're a professional. So I started taking this apart, getting all the bolts cleaned up, oiled up, and surprise, surprise, found a problem. Stripped. 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 Yeah, bolts are just spinning in the little plastic clip, so. And that's all of them, both sides. Went to Ford, see if new ones are available. They are, they're back ordered. And they're 16 bucks a piece, and we need 20 of them, so do the math. So when they're gonna come in, your guess is as good as theirs. So yeah. So here's what those $16 clips look like. It's just a, you can see on this one. It's just a regular old bolt cast into a chunk of plastic. Yeah, there's not much keeping that from spinning, so as soon as there's a little tension on that nut, whoop, they spin out. And then these things, broke all those trying to get them out. That's what holds the wiring harness in. This one might come out. Hold on. It's gonna come out, or it's gonna go flying across the room. Oop, broke it. Fucking junk. All that stuff designed one-time use only. This is why it costs so much to fix your car when it gets banged up. It's all this little plastic crap. And the plastic liners that go inside and all that crap that it adds up. So that's why I like the old stuff. So that's the idea, using the old box side for a template. Because all you gotta do is just line up your body lines. All the way along, and then yeah, just trace out the holes. I realize it's not exact, but gets us in the ballpark, which good enough for this one. Now it's just trace some holes, start drilling, nice and easy. So I got the box just about ready for primer. Got all the holes drilled. A few little dents to fix and a little bit of sandblasting in the corners. And ready for primer. Well, I got the sandblasting done. Cleaned up, looks better. Found a whole pile more stress cracks I had to weld up. But no big deal. Completely forgot about the little problem at the front of the box here though. Yep, bolt pulled right through the floor of the box. Completely forgot about that. But what I'm doing, made this piece, cap the bottom, pipe in so you can tighten the bolt without crushing the box, and then just do a little patch over top. Quick and easy. That's it. Got all the holes drilled, dents fixed, sandblasted, puttied, ready for primer. Finally. Yeah. Back here I'm just going to go along that edge and then just follow that seam. But yeah, ready for primer. Well, good enough anyway. This started off as a quick paint job, slowly turning into a restoration. And there it is, primed. Finally. Looks pretty good. And of course, as soon as I start spraying, everybody and their dogs decides to show up. Oh well, as usual. Yeah, this part turned out nice. You're not going to see hardly any of it with the power tailgate in here. I think it goes to like there, but when it's in use, this will be all nice. Not worrying about that. Just blast a quick coat of paint on it, good enough. Now it's back onto those things. At least it peels off easy. Yeah, these fenders are beat. Typical dually. Everybody forgets that their truck is 2 feet wider with these things on, so these things take a beating. It's shinier than the paint I'm scraping off. My guess is what they did here, instead of sanding it properly, they just sprayed it with adhesion promoter, painted over top, and the paint reps say that works just fine. Nothing wrong with it. Well, it's not exactly durable, and I'm not going to trust my paint job over top of this crap, so it's all coming off. What I'm doing, just take it down to a solid base. That's the original. That's first repaint. They're both really good. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. This is where you got to watch the hours, because the cost can get out of hand in a hurry. It's just, don't screw around. Get aggressive and get it done. So I'm not going to film it, because even on time lapse this is boring. So I'll bring you back for a peek later on. Told you it was boring. dumb idea was this anyway? That looks better. Paint's actually got something to stick to now. And that's a good base to build on, so yeah, that's all we had to do. Now, where are we? Yeah, a little crack to well fix up there. Another one there. And then they had aftermarket lights. They just screwed them to the fender, so I gotta fix those holes. But it's all the damage I found so far. But there's probably more. Well, anyway, that's one down and one to go. So there's the other one done. Cleaned up pretty good. Yeah. That's it. That's two done. Time to start working on these again. Yeah, they kind of got backburnered, but time to get them done. Last piece of the puzzle. So I've got split there. There's, yeah, this side's pretty good. Split there. Split there. Yeah. Split there. Split there. That was the other spot. This one's a lot better. It's just got a spot there. Spot there. I think that's where the mud flap got ripped out. Just getting ready to glue those back together. But yeah, this will go pretty quick. Nothing major. Okay, quick update. The repairs are going nicely, but one of the other things I got to deal with, remember those $16 clips that we had to get from Ford? Guess what? They're not on back order anymore. They can't get them. So now I got to make them. We've been looking around. There's nothing aftermarket that's even close that'll work. So I got to make those. Not too big deal. It's a piece of flat bar with a drill a hole in it, weld a carriage bolt through it, you're done. That part's easy. The guys who had this truck before took these off, put some cheesy aftermarket lights on. And there's the holes. There's one. There's one. So my thinking was, let's put this back original, reliable, do it properly. I forgot it's a Ford, that you don't do that. So the lights were available. That was no problem. We got those. You got the lights and you got the sockets. They're a special dually only item. They got to be a little bit different than everything else because, well, there you go. Bulb goes in there, this screws into the light, and then the wiring harness clips in, because you can't have that attached to the wiring harness because that would be too easy. And, well, there you go. Well, that little clip that clips into here, they cut that off to put those aftermarket lights on. So I thought, okay, well, is there a wiring harness? This one's all hacked up. We'll just put a new wiring harness in it. Oh, no. You can't do that. You can't. They don't make the box wiring harness for a dually. Not available. You can't get an aftermarket socket that you can solder in that'll screw in, just clip into the light. Oh, no. We have to do some special one-off thing because the lights on the front do the same thing. Maybe they're the same. That's the front. That's for the dually, completely different. This is, the lights for the dually fenders are complete one-off. Everything's got to be, everything's got to be different because, so, can't get the wiring harness, can't get the socket to use the factory lights, so forget it, we're not doing the factory lights. We're going to go aftermarket. So the owner goes to the truck shop and gets these. Now, these are nice, LED. They're a little on the big side, but it'll work. And they're a decent light. You actually spent a couple bucks. They're quality piece. Nope, not going with those. We're gonna go with these ones. Princess Auto cheapies. Why are we going with these? Because these are chrome. He likes chrome. At this point, I don't care. Just get me a light to stick in here. They're a little smaller. They're a little closer to the factory light, so they're not going to look too bad. But a couple problems. You can see this outline. Top and bottom. That's got to get filled in. And then the way it mounts, screw hole there, screw hole there. Because it's me and I got a thing with doing things properly, I got to trim this out so I can get the little metal fold over clip that clips in and you can run the screw in so you can actually tighten it and it doesn't strip out, because they just ran this into plastic, which doesn't work. So all this has got to get opened up so I can get the clip in, put the screw through. This has to get built up, smoothed off, get rid of that recess. And I have to do that 4 times. Because Ford. I hate Fords. I hate new stuff. Just gotta complicate things. Time to build these things. So what I'm gonna do, I was thinking about these. They're aftermarket, kind of a one-size-fits-all clip. They're for holding moldings on. They would work, but they're a little light duty for holding dually fenders on. And they're not exactly giving these things away either. So what I'm going to do, take a piece of metal. I'm just going to cut a few strips out of it, trim them down, get a piece that size. Take a carriage bolt, put it through the hole, a couple tack welds, boom, there's our clip. Just do that 20 times and we're done. So there's all our little pieces. I'm just gonna grind them all the same size, clean them up a little bit, and get ready to drill some holes. So there's all our pieces. What we do, take one of our bolts, put it in the hole, take the welder, just go bzzzt, bzzzt, tack it in, and there you go. One clip. Just like that. So there you go. One set of fender clips. Definitely overkill, but whatever. They'll work. Into it for just under an hour. So there you go. So I've been working away on these things. Got the repairs pretty much done. Just finishing them up. Got these holes filled in. Here's the clips I was talking about. They just slip in, run a screw through them. Goes like that. And then our little chrome dewey goes on top. So get this wrapped up, sling some primer on them, and call them done. that's it for the primer. Actually, it turned out pretty good, considering how bad these fenders are. Not bad. So that's it for this video, and next one up is the other half of the truck. And spoiler alert, it's not a whole lot better than the box. Yeah, just do a quick paint job line. Yeah, we crossed that a long time ago. So yeah, check that one out, and that's it for this one.